Hi everyone, how is everyone doing? Are you surviving the summer? It is so hot and humid where I live, and I know some parts of my state have experienced some flooding lately, so we're definitely having our weather challenges this summer, but I hope wherever you are, you are staying cool. So in my last pin case video, the one I did when I was working remotely, I talked about the Jetstream Lite Touch Multi and the Jetstream Lite Touch Single, and especially how much I love the Jetstream Lite Touch Multi. And so I promised a more in-depth video on that. So that's what we're going to do today. So the thing about the Jetstream Lite Touch series that has come out, we can kind of separate what we talk about when we talk about this pen into changes or features they've put into the barrel, and also we'll talk about this new ink. So if you're, a Jetstream user, then you're probably noticing how many different Jetstream products are available at this point. Obviously, the ink is super popular. But, even if you're looking at multis, I pulled some examples of just like different multi-barrel, barrel designs that you can get right now if you like Jetstream ink. And I mean, it just encompasses everything. So this one has super fine ink, super fine tip, I should say. And we've got some with wooden grips. We've got, this one is like a really nice lightweight all metal barrel, and it is quite attractive, this one. And I'll go ahead and obviously, per usual, post links to products below in case you're looking for them. This is a rather recent, Jetstream more black, but I just kind of wanted to give you an idea on how many different options there are for the Jetstream now. And, why this product might be getting a little confusing for some people just because there's so many varieties. So this is a Jetstream Multi. That's just, they wanted to provide it in a slim profile barrel, which is really nice for some people. So you really have quite the variety of, barrel thickness. This one is kind of a lot different from all the rest, but it's got like rotary style to advance your pencil or your ink. So now they have come out with this new Jetstream Lite Touch Multi. So let's start with the barrel features. So the first thing they've done with this pen is they have shortened the barrel. So let me show you in comparison to a Jetstream 4+1. And then I'll put a Lite Touch Multi next to it. So you can see how it is quite a bit shorter now. It's not, I would definitely not consider it a short or a mini pen at all, but it is a shorter profile, which I think for some people will be more comfortable, but also even easier to fit in things or, on notebooks, not as likely to stick off the edge of things. So there's just a lot of different aspects of it being a shorter barrel that I find really comfortable and useful. And again, doesn't at all feel like I have a short barreled pen, if that makes sense. It's just shorter than the Jetstream 4+1 standard that they've made. And actually what I'll do here, just because I know people will be curious, I'm going to put it next to a lot of these that I've brought out, just so you can get an idea of the length. So you can see it is more the length of the single here. Got fuzz on there. Okay. I'm just gonna line these up. So there you go. That kind of gives you an idea on the length. Definitely smaller than the 4+1s, shorter, I should say, shorter than the 4+1s and the more black ink multi, but closer in length to like the single and this slim multi that I was telling you guys about that you can still get. A lot of people don't know about this one though, even though it is a really nice Jetstream pen. So they've shortened up the length. Another thing they've done is, if you're looking at the pen from the top like this, they have made the ink color slide change things here so much more subtle on the color. So see, if you're looking at this one, I don't know if it's going to show well. If you're looking at this one, you can actually see the different colors on the sliders. And similarly, this one's going to show you. And obviously that can be convenient. Some people might prefer that. But they've decided to make this one much more sort of like smooth and sleek looking by not showing any of the bold like ink color at the top of these. However, they are still subtly showing if you kind of tilt the pen like this. So you as the writer are still going to be able to see the ink colors in case you forget what is where. But it's a more sort of, I guess I would say, streamlined look from if you're like looking down on top of the pen, or even from the side, it is more subtle. Maybe not in comparison to this one, but this one was also a limited edition, I believe. So if we look more like at something like this, a lot more bold. Okay. So moving on. Another thing they've done with the barrel on this series is they've added some stabilizer mechanism to it in the same way that the blend is supposed to have less vibration when you're writing. This new Jetstream Lite Touch multi-series is kind of supposed to be doing the same thing. So for sensitive writers, another good feature. The thing they've done on the single is, so this is the kind of like original iteration of the singles, and at least as of now, you can still get these. So I'm not in any way saying this has been discontinued, but see how the grip is, it stands out from the barrel of the pen, just a very different design. And so what they're doing here with this is they're just trying to go with a more sleek look. And the grip is still like a soft silicone type of coating. I don't know if it's actually silicone, but still has a soft grippiness to it, but not as sort of obvious looking as in this previous one. So they're really trying to go with that streamlined look throughout these new barrels. So let's talk about the ink next. The thing about the Jetstream Lite Touch ink is they've formulated the Jetstream ink to be even smoother than the original Jetstream ink. Now, for the most part, this, like for a lot of you, like if you use high quality paper that's like smooth, you probably wouldn't even notice a difference on this. The idea is that so you know how if you're using like a recycled paper that's has more like nap and dustiness to it, do you know what I mean? I don't know what the right words are, but it basically has more texture. And supposedly this new formulation of the Jetstream Lite Touch ink is going to keep feeling smooth as you're writing, as if you were using the original Jetstream ink on the super smooth paper. Does that make sense? So I know some people wanted some swatch comparisons, and I'm still going to do them for you, but in my opinion, you don't really see a huge difference, although I do feel a difference. And even though it's subtle, it's still, I mean, I've always thought the Jetstream ink is smooth, but I will say this was, I felt a little like it was shockingly smooth. Like, you know, I've used Jetstream a million times, so I could tell it's different, even though I've always thought the Jetstream ink is smooth. So let me just to compare here. Actually, this wouldn't be the best comparison because this is a 0.38 of the original ink, and I want to compare with the 0.5, 0.7. This one is a 0.5. Okay. So, except let's not compare red, let's compare black first. Okay, so this is our Jetstream. I'm going to call it original in a 0.5. It is bold and smooth. I mean, it can't really, if I was writing with this pen, I wouldn't be thinking, oh, you really need to improve upon this ink. And then, but now I will be writing with the new Jetstream Lite Touch ink. And I can tell you, you do feel a difference even on this really smooth paper. I would say the difference to my eye, these things never show the greatest on camera, although I think I could probably zoom in here. Let me zoom in. So you can see maybe a subtle difference. The Jetstream Lite Touch ink is appearing like slightly darker, but if you are happy with the original Jetstream ink, like, and how it pairs with the paper you currently use, I wouldn't say you need to feel like you need to upgrade to this Light Touch ink option. But if you are someone, especially if you use recycled paper or paper that you don't think totally pairs well with the Jetstream, I would say give it a try because you might notice a big difference. And even just the new barrel design itself, I have been absolutely loving. And I never would have thought that, oh, you know, you can improve upon the Jetstream 4+1 by shortening the barrel. But I do think it's better. It's absolutely better, at least for me and my hands. So let me zoom back out to maybe this much. And I will swatch the rest of the colors for you. So the Jetstream Lite Touch currently comes in the 0.5 in the multis and the singles. My guess is that they'll be expanding that. And all of these Jetstream products that are multis, their refills are interchangeable. So let me show you kind of what I mean by that in case you don't know. Okay, so what I mean by that is if you say have one of these pens and you wanted to get one of the new Light Touch refills, and your original pen came with the 0.7 original Jetstream multi-ink, you can absolutely refill with a Light Touch refill. It will fit. I'm going to show you. And also you can choose, you know, a different size. So if, like I said, if this original one you had came in 0.7 and you want to try this Light Touch 0.5, absolutely pop it in there, and it's going to be just like refilling any, you know, Jetstream multi you've always had. So they haven't changed the size of the refills, and same with the singles. The singles are going to be interchangeable with each other. I'll just kind of show you what it looks like in there. So see, same. And it is worth noting that this previous edition unscrews down here toward the tip, whereas the newer edition unscrews above the grip section, which is kind of hard to see because they've made it look so fluid, but there is a texture change that you will notice, and that's where you would unscrew it. So now that I have reminded everyone that all of these are interchangeable, and by the way, I love that they use new eco packaging for their refills. This seems like a really good low-hanging fruit move for them. I think a lot of people that like refilling their pens really do not want the extra plastic waste in the refill packaging, so this is great. So let me go back here and we'll compare a couple of the other ink colors just in case you are curious. Let's do we have a blue? Yeah, this is a 0.5, okay. So if you are doing swatch comparisons in different tip sizes, this isn't intuitive to everyone, your larger tip sizes will end up looking bolder. It's not really a fair comparison, if that makes sense. So here is our blue compared to our new Light Touch blue. And again, to my naked eye, I can tell a slight difference, and I can tell a smoothness difference. But again, for the type of paper I use, I just really feel like I need to reiterate that I don't feel like there's any reason you have to change off the original Jetstream ink. Okay, I think I've made that point enough. Okay, let's do green next. You can tell in my swatching here where I'm getting into the area of the paper where my hand had touched before. because you're more likely to run into, you can't really see, but I could tell when I was writing, you can run into a little bit of skippiness with the ink. And that is why, just a tip for those of you who are not pen and writing beginners, that is why some people, what they'll do, I'm just going to show you this, it's a very easy solution, is they'll have a guide paper for their hand that will move down the page with them. And that way you don't end up with the oil or sweat or whatever from your hand that can interfere with the paper ink combination. All right. I'm probably over-explaining a little bit today, but that's okay. You know, when I don't explain a lot and I just assume everyone knows all this already, I get a lot of questions, which tells me I need to, you know, explain a little better some things. So let's do the red next. And it sounds like someone's jackhammering outside. I don't know what that is or why. But I apologize if you can hear it. Okay, so there are your ink comparisons. That's probably giving you a good idea on that. And then just a reminder, the singles for now are just coming with black ink, but they are expanding that into more. For now, these singles are coming with black ink, but they are expanding that going into the future, I think very soon actually. So if you like your singles with the colored ink, I believe soon we will be having those options as well. If you have any questions about the Jetstream Lite Touch or even any of the other Jetstream products I showed in this video, really, that is just some of them. So if you're a big Jetstream fan, you might have fun just doing a search to see what all Jetstream products we currently have on our site and all the different variations, because there are really a lot right now and it's pretty cool. All right, so I will talk to you all soon and I hope you continue to have a wonderful summer. Bye-bye.